The jungle holds its breath for a reason. When the stillness becomes this heavy, a lethal force is already lying in wait. No signals, no noise, just a sinister shape coiled in the gloom, anticipating the perfect split second. Snakes in the wild never squander energy on a chase. They strategize, they linger, and when they finally launch, the velocity defies belief. What you are witnessing isn't random chaos, it is calculation. A masterclass in ambush tactics, executed with flawless biological engineering. Concealed under a canopy of dense foliage, a massive venomous reptile inches forward with deadly purpose. Each slide is measured, every halt calculated. This predator isn't wandering blindly. It is homing in on thermal signatures and faint vibrations. Just ahead, another creature drifts unknowingly into the kill zone. There will be no alarms, no chance to turn back. The serpent locks on muscles, tightening like a compressed spring. Then violence. A blur of motion shatters the calm fangs, piercing with terrifying accuracy. The skirmish is abrupt, savage, and fleeting. As the victim writhes and flails, primal reflexes take over. Muscles spasm, bodies crash against the earth. But this ambusher was evolved specifically for these violent seconds. Its chemical weapon is specialized, not just toxic. It is brewed to shut down agile prey before they can mount a defense. In moments, the tide turns. Vitality drains away. Motion becomes sluggish. The end is now a certainty. Nearby, another assassin surveys the clearing. A frog sits motionless, oblivious that its lifespan is measured in heartbeats. When the viper strikes, the amphibian leaps in panic, puffing itself up to seem too large to consume. It nearly succeeds. Nearly. The snake recalibrates, strikes again, and this time the grip holds fast. This isn't malice. It is evolutionary refinement sharpened over eons. In this domain, wavering means starvation. Serpents thrive because they commit fully. They adjust tactics in the heat of battle, shifting gears if the initial blow glances off. Jaw strength intensifies. The coils constrict. The victim fades. What resembles patience is actually absolute domination. These collisions are not random mishaps. They are the work of apex predators, functioning exactly as nature designed them. Quiet, methodical, unstoppable. If you want to see how these lethal hunters transform a single error into a fatal conclusion, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and keep watching. The intensity is about to ramp up. What makes snakes truly nightmarish isn't merely their speed, it is their persistence. Once a serpent commits to the kill, it ignores the chaos. It relies on leveraged timing and a terrifying calmness. Deep in the bush, a muscular constrictor targets a meal significantly larger than itself. At first, the feat seems physically impossible. The target fights back with everything it has, thrashing and kicking. But physical size becomes irrelevant once those loops begin to tighten. The reptile doesn't panic. It envelops its victim with surgical precision, layering muscle over muscle, cinching tighter every time the prey exhales. This isn't about crushing bones. The skeleton stays whole. Instead, every subtle squeeze cuts off the air supply, steals oxygen, and saps strength faster than fear ever could. The prey struggles harder, but every jerk only hastens its own fatigue. This is where most battles are lost without the victim knowing it. As the fighting stops, the snake remains still. It waits. Constrictors know what other hunters forget: success requires patience, not just velocity. Once the meal is limp, the real labor starts. The jaws unhinge, starting at the head. Limbs are folded down efficiently. The process is slow, deliberate, and grueling. Swallowing can take hours, but the payoff is immense. A single successful ambush can keep the predator fed for weeks. A few feet away, a smaller tragedy plays out. A frog momentarily breaks free, body bloated and legs kicking in a frantic bid for life. For a heartbeat, escape seems plausible, but snakes are masters of recovery. The hunter readjusts, its bite, secures new leverage, and reclaims its prize. Freedom evaporates as quickly as it arrived. These interactions are savage, yet they are not reckless. Every twitch has a function. Every choice is weighed. Snakes do not gloat over a kill. They save their strength, retreat to the shadows, and vanish into the terrain that makes them such effective killers. If you are captivated by how silence and strategy dictate survival in the wild, smash that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned. The next segment features attacks that happen in the blink of an eye. Velocity turns fatal when paired with sensory power. Some vipers don't wait for targets to wander in front. They detect motion from the rear, the flanks from angles blind to most creatures. One distracted step is fatal. A small rodent scurries through the undergrowth, confident and unaware that it has already been targeted. The response is instantaneous. No threat display, no pause, just a rapid-fire sequence of bites delivered with surgical precision. Venomous snakes are engines of efficiency. Their toxins are designed to crash biological systems, instantly attacking nerves and tissue before the victim realizes it's been hit. The strikes land in quick succession, compounding the dosage. In seconds, motor control vanishes. Strength evaporates. Running is impossible. The war is lost long before the heart stops beating. Unlike the frenzy of other predators, the aftermath here is still. The snake doesn't rush to eat. It observes. This delay isn't mercy. It's tactics. The venom needs time to circulate, ensuring total incapacitation. Energy is saved. Danger is nullified. Only when the struggle ceases does the feeding commence. Not all ambushes occur on dry land. In the murky shallows and reeds, snakes evolve yet again. A tongue flick tastes the water, picking up invisible chemical trails. With a sudden surge, the hunter strikes upwards, snagging prey in midair. Slippery scales offer no defense against recurved fangs built to deny escape. The serpent instantly pulls back, dragging its catch away from the open water, where rivals might snatch the meal. Every habitat presents obstacles, and serpents overcome them all. Swamps, grasslands, forest floors, it makes no difference. Their anatomy is a toolkit refined for absolute dominance. Even when the prey attempts to resist, bloating, twisting, scratching, the result is rarely different. Elastic jaws stretch to impossible widths. The skull expands. The impossible becomes routine. These kills are not flukes. They are scripted events, written into their DNA. The victim never had a chance, it just hadn't realized it yet. If this section had you on the edge of your seat, please like the video, subscribe for more raw nature content, and stick around. The next part takes the intensity to a whole new level. Sometimes staying alive means disappearing. A lizard freezes against the bark, trusting camouflage perfected over millennia. Its skin matches the wood, body flattened, breathing shallow. Visually it works, but snakes don't rely on eyes alone. They feel footsteps in the earth. They sample the air. They sense the unseen. One twitch is all it takes to blow the cover. The attack is immediate. The snake lunges, jaws clamping tight as its body whips around the thrashing lizard. The response is pure panic. The prey fights violently, burning every calorie in a hopeless bid for freedom. But the squeeze isn't about brute power. It's about suppression. The coils tighten in rhythm, adjusting the grip with lethal intuition. Circulation stalls, breath catches. Panic only fuels the exhaustion. This is how snakes finish fights fast. They don't crush the prey. They force it to defeat itself. Every thrash cuts the time left. Every squirm brings the end nearer. Within seconds, the fighting stops. The coils loosen slightly to adjust the hold. The hunt is already finished. Elsewhere in dark water choked with weeds, another scene unfolds. A frog floats silently, relying on the murk to mask it. But the water provides no sanctuary. The predator slides soundlessly below the surface, barely rippling the green. In a fraction of a second it strikes, wrapping the frog before it can even think to jump. There is no pursuit, no second try, just a sudden vanish beneath the surface. What makes these events so disturbing is their abruptness. One moment tranquility. The next existence is cancelled. Snakes win because they remove hesitation from the equation. They weaponize stillness and turn chaos into order. These hunters don't gamble. They deal in absolutes. When they move, the result is already guaranteed. If you are fascinated by how instinct and precision govern life and death, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay with us. The final segment brings these incredible encounters to their ultimate close. Ultimately, the wild doesn't favor the biggest, the fastest, or the angriest. It favors the aware. Every attack you have seen follows one cruel law. He who hesitates dies. Snakes endure because they wait longer than their victims can bear, strike faster than reflexes can fire, and vanish before the threat returns. To the victim, it feels unfair. To the snake, the victory was secured before the first muscle moved. There is no anger in these moments, no glory after the death. What remains is silence, a strategic withdrawal. Energy banked for the next hunt. This is the ecosystem at its most lethal. where life is bought with silence lurking and split-second reflexes. That sudden bite brings order, proving the wild isn't malicious, simply surgical. Instances like this prove why vipers stand as the Earth's ultimate ambushers. They never run after the panic. They embody the panic for a single heartbeat, deliver the venom, and fade away. If witnessing this raw display of predation shifted your view on these hidden assassins, please hit like, subscribe, to catch more unscripted hunts, and send this to anyone who honors the brutal laws of the bush.